What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Washington football team taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they enter play here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is DJ Reed returning. And he returns this to the 22.
DJ Reed on the return.
Now comes Russell Wilson in season number 9, 6-time Pro Bowler, as he gets set to lead this Seahawks offense.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. Threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
The throw complete to Dorsett. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Wilson.
6-yard line.
And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the Seahawks first down.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and
10. It's Wilson again. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
2-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Seattle.
From the gun, it's Wilson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Here's Reed returning. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Just past midfield.
This is Carson. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 42, 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7.
The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 13 carries, 61 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got a top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
That'll be a gain of 15 yards. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get this down to the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off inside the 10. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
At the 29-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Jordan Brooks. Tackled back at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 13. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. The quick slant caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Philip Dorsett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he's got it up and through. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Lindsey. DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the 44-yard.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They run it with Carson. A strong running. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
The ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Good gain by Chris Carson. Picks up a 1st down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Seattle.
From the shotgun, Wilson over the middle, Dorsett. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. These two teams all tied after 1.
That's the end of the 1st quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
Here's Carson.
3rd down.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
A gain of 3 on the play. And
they'll run on 1st down. Carson. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen.
Wilson's pass.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 22-yard line.
Seahawks.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Reuben Foster picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he's got some space here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's the option. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. His throw incomplete. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense. Man, this is ridiculous, man.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Carson. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
He was brought down by...
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield.
Wilson's.
And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers.
A 27-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
Seahawks 10. Washington.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 2. Makes it.
Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Chris Carson trotting back out there. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. through the air first. Maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. On the delay, here's Carson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
At the 39-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
now a give right side. Carson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Why are we doing this?
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
it's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Chase Young on the tackle.
Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced a 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced a dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. He dumps it underneath here to Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
16 more yards.
So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, and it's the Giants who are out in front. Golden Tate, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head to the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, to check in on the Broncos. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Josh Allen has thrown
an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
their own 26-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
He was taken down by Reuben Foster.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll try to run with Carson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
7.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And caught left side, Olsen. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
On first down, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
First down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 45.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
The 31. A gain of 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Wilson's pass.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard.
Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
8-yard pickup. First down, Seattle.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now a man on his 5th franchise in 3 years. It's Carlos Hyde. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Now Wilson to throw on 3rd down. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd. And now they deal with 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7.
Washington 7.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. And
nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now. Picked up on, and now...
Wilson on 3rd down. A pass underneath for Carson. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Roughing the passer defense.
What's the deal, y'all?
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Washington, 1st down. 1st and 10.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, that escape. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Benson Mayowa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Allen's pass intercepted by the Seahawks.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Now Wilson on first down. Forced out to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the Seahawks first down.
On the option, a handoff to Carson. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
He was taken down by Reuben Foster.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
The 30-yard line.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They run again with Carson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. On third down, Carson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will give him a 12-point lead.
19. Washington 7.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Their own 28-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. On first down, Kaepernick. That's caught by Jackson. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Clock running here under 90 seconds to go. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by DJ Reed. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them. looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they'll return home next week to take on the L.A. Rams. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire...
I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. I'ma act a fool with this. I'ma act a fool with this. I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. I'ma act a fool with this. I'ma act a fool with this. I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. Can I hit that? Okay. Can I hit that? Cause I ain't like it. Okay. Can I hit that? Okay. Can I hit that? Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now leading out the Panthers offense, a new man in charge for 2020, a member of the Saints the last couple of years. It's Teddy Bridgewater.
What an audition last year for Teddy Bridgewater in New Orleans. Not one that he expected to have happen with the injury to Drew Brees, but he stepped into the breach, and the Saints went 5-0 in his starts, and he showed the rest of the league he was ready to be a starting quarterback again. Now he gets his opportunity with a brand new head coach, a brand new organization in Carolina.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. The numbers for McCaffrey last week: 18 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
It's a gain of 7, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Here's Bridgewater. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The connection there, Bridgewater to Samuel for a Panther first down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 at the 41.
41-yard line.
Bridgewater now. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Chase Young racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ryan Kerrigan able to record his 5th sack of the season. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? There was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
now an option play, and he'll keep it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels and picking up some nice yardage.
2nd and 10 at the Panthers.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he finds McLaurin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback. His 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Return. The Panthers take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defense.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers.
For the point after.
And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Down at the 26.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, it's Gibson. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
34-yard line.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
2 yards. And it's 3rd.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Jonathan Allen on the...
And there's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield, just imagine if they have the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
A fumble on the play.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback in the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Philip Lindsay.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
2nd and 7.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Panthers 7.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A gain of 11 on the play.
To throw is Bridgewater. Complete on the quick throw to Moore.
Bridgewater's pass.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
The pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
At the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the play. First down, Panthers.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Back to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Thomas, incomplete. Jeremy Chin on the coverage.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he stopped immediately there.
Lindsey, the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because The receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Teddy Bridgewater sacked.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Third,
and we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. The time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, so far, just the single catch.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it to the right side and complete to Thomas. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
He'll buy some time right. Now he'll pull it down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin as the first half is winding down. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. And the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a third down.
29-yard line. A 1-yard gain.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's good.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He's brought down by Shaq Thompson. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cornelder. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
At the 43-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Little underneath throw into the hands of Walker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 35-yard line.
To throw, Bridgewater. And Walker with it over the middle.
Bridgewater's pass.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And 12 at the 32-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater got his man, Robbie Anderson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's
on 3rd down, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
Bridgewater's pass complete to Christian.
So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all of your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. Let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. This is caught by Jackson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
At the 40-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Final minute now of the third quarter.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Panthers' 32-yard line.
On second down now, it's Gibson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. It's their quarterback. His third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
The kick is good.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
On first and 10, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 33. A gain there of 21 yards. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
To Delaney Walker.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's now second down.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
McCaffrey on the
The
carry.
Panthers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
And it's third down.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by D.J. Moore.
Touchdown, Carolina.
D.J. Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown.
The kick is good.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go. But, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
Second and 3. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
He'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Yards on the pickup brings up second and 2.
On second down, it's Gibson, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now the objective there, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
That's good for a Washington.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second and third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 33.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On second down now, it's Gibson. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. That's caught by Jackson. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. So a victory here for the Washington football team. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, every team wants to be physical.
Responsible without your money, I'm not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hand on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hand on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. In my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a message. You the best, if it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess. You was scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up down there in the scene. I feel just like Vegeta Prince, and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's soft, so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Mean I'm walking with some money, man. I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all this loose think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hand on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break it, but me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a ball of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB. I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma grow that cash to my money. You know what?
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me, got a brand new visor, yeah. You friend smart, but my boy's wiser, yeah. Get the job done like the equalizer. I'ma grab another drink, cause tonight I'm
I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback.
Today, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And this carries into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at time.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
10-yard loss on the play. It's second down.
They'll drop to throw, and he'll complete this to Gibson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He was brought down by Josh.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Oh, what a move. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. So here come the Eagles for their initial possession of the game. And they'll be led out by their quarterback in his 5th season now, the former number 2 overall pick, Carson Wentz. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
Brings up second and 3.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. That result, really no surprise. That's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
No gain on the play.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. They run with a former Buccaneer. It's Peyton Barber. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And he fires one incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target. And it's 3rd and 4. It's 3rd. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. To throw, Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down.
Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
8-yard pickup.
The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. On 1st down, Kaepernick gets this one to Juszczyk. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. On the handoff, this is Barber, and he's going to get this one down to the 30.
The ball carrier.
Javon Hargrave there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It's 3rd down. And 9.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And Amendola with a catch. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Danny Amendola, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
33-yard line.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
21-yard line.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. That's complete to Jake Butt. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's a handoff to Barber. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Barber. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Kaepernick going to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Quarterback is sacked.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They'll run here with Barber. And some room to roam now. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Peyton Barber. His 1st touchdown on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
And it's good to make it 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's Peyton Barber that polishes it all off with a touchdown scamper. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd and 9.
From the gun, it's Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Now a play fake. Wentz rolling to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Now a carry for Sanders. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead him to 4th down. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here comes the Eagles defense. They work their way back onto the field. And we watch now how effective they've been, how disruptive they've been in the backfield.
And what's been so difficult for the offense is that you know that they spent all week rehearsing these things, working on blitz pickups, protections, knowing where the pressure is likely to come from. They've read the scouting reports. They've watched the tape. But sometimes, under pressure, that coordination breaks down, and I think that's what we're seeing here.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
To Danny Amendola.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 24-yard line.
A carry for Barber. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Barber, the ball carrier.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
A gain of 4 yards. First down.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Trayvon LeBlanc with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
34-yard line.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd down and goal. Wentz. This is caught. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
He'll check this one down to Barber. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Kaepernick now on first down. This will be dumped off to Barber. And he's got this down to the 35.
Complete to Peyton Barber.
So we've come upon... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
With this Washington.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Throwing now is Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
3rd and 8.
Now Wentz on third down. And that will be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
At their own 21-yard line.
Let's see now what Colin Kaepernick has been up to so far in this game. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 40.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
When the pitcher gets...
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up second.
Wentz going to throw. And quickly finding Rager. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Eagles.
Throwing on first is Wentz. That'll be caught. Rager with it. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Jalen Rager. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
to throw is Wentz.
39-yard line.
Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Wentz to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. On 3rd and 2, Hopkins. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down.
Incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
The ball carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
44-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Wentz.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards on the play, first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Now Wentz. Escaping the press. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Matt Ioannidis able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. Wentz. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are back within a score.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. They find themselves open for an easy touchdown.
They'll turn to Sanders. They'll try and run it here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion, because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Peyton Barber, the ball carrier.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
On 2nd down, Barber. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Setting up the screen here, it's Barber.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
27-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. On 1st down, Wentz. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now this throw caught left side. Called a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
That's good.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Wentz now on 1st down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
On play action, Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 32-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Wentz now on 1st down. This ball complete to Rager. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ryan Anderson. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wentz under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down.
Defense.
Why did they call that on?
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. He will push his way down to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And he's going to, oh no, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll stay on the ground with Barber. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Back to throw. Kaepernick. Got a man. It's Amendola. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they will take a knee here. 2nd and 11 now. From the gun, here's Barber. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
At the 26. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire 2nd half, but their 1st half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the 1st half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the 2nd half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Washington, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very...
With a pinky ring, everybody used to pick at me. Now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I bought like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end it.
FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. It's the NFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports.
For my money, it's the best time of the year. Playoff. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
And as we continually grade players, especially quarterbacks, how about this young man? Second year in the NFL, guided his team into the playoffs, and now he wants to show the world that they should buy in on him because he wants to evolve from that young quarterback to that true team leader that takes his team deep in the playoffs.
They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. And not much on that run, Charles. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Reuben Foster, the former national champion in Alabama, gets in for the sack.
8 yards. And it's third.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round 1. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
When
we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the Giants' 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And Ingram holds it in. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
Washington, nothing.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
For a Washington. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a 1st down. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Leonard Williams. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
For Terry McLaurin. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury.
Intercepted by the Giants.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Score Giants 3. Washington, nothing.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
New York.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He was brought down by Kendall Fuller. It's a gain of 5.
2nd and 5 now. Jones, catch made by Slayton.
Jones pass.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing Jones. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. From the gun, Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And down he'll go at the 25. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
At their own
out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Leonard Williams. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And the pressure gets to him again. Dexter Lawrence. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Leonard Williams able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game.
And to think, there's... Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And running with power here. You call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st down, Giants.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 17-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Ingram. Touchdown.
From 17 yards out. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead grows to 10-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Returning it, John Ross. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 30.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Antonio Gibson, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
It's second down and
shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Kaepernick again. That's caught by Jackson. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones looking for his receiver, Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Take over 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick.
Got a man, it's Gibson, complete.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And it's caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half.
And Washington has made this a 1-score game.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
The Giants defense now ready as they trot back out onto the field. And they have been disruptive in the backfield. How often when we see this, as we look at some of these highlights, is it just better players getting in there versus scheme that is defeating the offense?
It's a great question, and I think oftentimes...
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
4-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up...
On the option, it'll be Kaepernick.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
The tackle made by Blake Martinez. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, down at the 31. To throw, Kaepernick. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this. Back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's the option play now to the left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half, and that trend is continuing here.
Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Good. That ties the game at 10.
So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the 2nd half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Daron Payne drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Here's Matt Bosher now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Kaepernick's going to keep it.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a first down.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards there, first down. Into the red zone now, Kaepernick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick.
He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down, New York.
From the gun, Jones. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Allen, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now it's Lindsey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
now
7.
Kaepernick. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Screen pass to Lindsey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49.
At their own 25.
And here now the offense heading back out there. Right now, Charles, this is the drive of the season. You're on the road here in the playoffs. It's put up or shut up. They need points.
This is where you have to come together as a team. As you just noted, on the roads.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Chase Young
Picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones over the middle. He's got his tight end Ingram. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Gibson. That's good for a Washington. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Option play, and Kaepernick's going to run with it.
He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Washington. Colin Kaepernick. 53 yards.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown on the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. That's complete to Slayton.
Jones pass.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Jones signaling, let's go, trying to get his guys up to the line. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete.
Jones pass.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Yeah, the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
A 22-yard attempt.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And they take a knee. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they will take a knee here. Able to go down to a knee, wrap this one up in the wild card round. Being at home, that certainly helped.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And think of it this way. If this is tennis, they held serve. They did what they were supposed to do. Won at home, rewarded their home crowd. They may have to go on the road the rest of the way, but they'll do it with some confidence.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it for us.
Head to toe designer, drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit, you ain't talking big, get out my way, little bit, I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it, take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it, so much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks, I got homies that can sleep without 2, I got homies that can sleep without, Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it, walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Come pop it for me, cause I'm rich and poppin' in, yeah. Drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big, get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls, head to toe designer. Drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big, get out my way, little bit. find me though. Cha-cha matcha with a rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power.
Tonight, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
For my money, it's the best time of the year. Playoff. The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
First and 10.
Seattle's first go on offense forthcoming, and under center, of course, Russell Wilson.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round, but he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Now Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Complete to DK Metcalf. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Now Wilson.
The 42-yard line.
And Olsen over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Wilson will throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. It's now second and 10.
Second and 10 now. Wilson. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, Wilson. A pass underneath for Carson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They run for it with Carson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. This is Carson. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 26. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Here's Carson. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there'll be design runs as well as his scrambles.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown.
A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him start to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there, and in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback who played for the Nevada Wolfpack in college. It's Colin Kaepernick.
And you have to figure that this is a confident quarterback who gets the start here. Coming off of a victory in round 1, team doesn't have to travel. They get another home game here in the divisional round. And I know it sounds cliche, but playing at home, huge for a quarterback, huge for his team. They want to take advantage of it.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now Cap, he's going to look to run, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
On the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Good coverage there, holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down, Seattle.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Kaepernick. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Seahawks 28-yard line.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Right back to him on 1st down. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
For a Washington. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Seahawks 7, Washington 0.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
8-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. On the option, it'll be Kaepernick. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Colin Kaepernick. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. But once you get down deep in the red zone, Colin Kaepernick, you know that he is a threat to call his own number, and he did so there for the touchdown run.
And partner, that's what makes defending him so difficult, because defensively, you got so many things you've got to be concerned about. Here, he decides that keeping it is the best option. He's able to stick it in the end zone.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Chris Carson trotting back out there. I think he's still shaking his head a little. It was his fumble on the previous drive that led to the touchdown that has us tied.
And sometimes it's worse on a runner who drops it like that to watch the other team take the ball downfield and score than maybe if they just returned it right away. You know what I mean? Because sometimes what happens that fast, you're right back out on the field. Instead, he had to watch it happen. Let's see if it affects him going forward the rest of the game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Now it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up second and 3.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. Flushed out right. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
On the keeper. He was brought down by Cole Holcomb. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They run it with Carson. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Let's go, D. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
On first down, it's Gibson. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now second.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick.
At the 8-yard line. The quarterback taken down and sacked.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Now it's Lockett. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Brings up second.
On second down, it's Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
1-yard line.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
So that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. To throw again is Wilson. Being chased out left. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Ross to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 20.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Uses the stiff arm. That's caught by Jackson. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
That's another Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. Not much there, only a yard.
Preston Hopkins for the Washington field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where it was due
to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They'll try the left side. Gibson. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
A gain of 2. Brings up second.
On second down, here's Kaepernick.
34-yard line.
And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catches. Hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Say what you want, but Kaepernick's still one of the best at doing that as the scramble gets him a first.
Kaepernick was looking to throw, but then it became decision time. And when he saw they had room to run, he made the right decision to pull it down there, and he winds up picking up the first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's a give to Lindsey. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 13.
Now a carry for Lindsey. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
On the stop. That's a gain of 3. Brings up
throwing his Kaepernick on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Pass. Intended for Jacob Hollister. Incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
14. Washington, 13.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Underneath, he's got Olsen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
To Greg Olsen. A gain of 12.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Michael Kendrick.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Wilson.
At the 42-yard line.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jonathan Allen, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 16 yards.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Wilson. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen.
Wilson's pass.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. 3rd down here.
And 8 yards to go.
And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. On first down, it's Carson, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Washington 13.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
And it's third down.
To throw on third down, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Philip Dorsett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Benson Mayowa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Jackson.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
Now third down.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Complete to Greg Olsen. It's a pickup of 6.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
Wilson will hand to Carson on the option. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Seattle.
Now Wilson on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 40.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The Seahawks on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson and Olsen over the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now it's Carson. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Jason Myers.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And the lead is up to 15 now. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. And now here's Ross. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
32-yard line.
Now this offensive unit ready to do here. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. 3 yards the gain there, second down. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
That's good for a Washington.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw again. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown, Washington.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And this one's back to an 8-point game.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, Washington 20.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Here's Reed returning. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
Everybody's down in control. Let's just make plays, man.
So jumping from his free safety spot.
We got this. Get Eddie. Check 55. Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike. Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Need a light year just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
This is the last opportunity to re-sign your players or they'll become free agents.
I heard the flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's spit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's spit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me, got a brand new visor, yeah. Your friend's smart, but my bud's wiser, yeah. Get the job done like the equalizer. And I'ma grab another drink, cause tonight I'ma die like Michael Phelps. Hey, diving in this pool, I don't know what would help. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth. I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's spit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's spit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Getting triumphant, look, let's bump it. Don't mind me seizing the moment, energy up my body burning. And my stomach keep up trying to stop moving, I can't control it. On my last breath and I can't hold it, you gotta give it all I got. This for the ones that think I'm joking. This for real, lightweight bust off half a. Yeah, I'm sweating, babe, must be all them happy meals. I don't know how happy feels, but damn, I'm tryna find you. Say I got sex appeal, I think it's cause I work that gun. I'm ready to race, no, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's spit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's spit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win.
Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hand on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. And my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a message. You the best, if it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess, you ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up and I'm there in the scene. And I feel just like Vegeta Prince and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's soft so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all those losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break about me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch, I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you ain't first, you last. Little boy, that's facts, I'ma throw that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Can I get the dash? Can I catch me, bro? Ooh, can I get the dash? Can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I used to dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. When I hit that, okay, yeah, yeah. When I hit that,
She-Rag got me.
That boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Your chain, name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting nothing back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay, look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, with the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, but